Hello friends, today we are going to see a new chapter, hydraulic turbines. Hydraulic turbines come under category of hydraulic machines. Hydraulic machines are those machines which convert either hydraulic energy into mechanical energy or mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. Thus, the hydraulic machines are classified under two main categories, hydraulic turbines and hydraulic pumps. Hydraulic pumps are those machines which convert mechanical energy into hydraulic energy. That means we increase the hydraulic energy of liquids, that is mainly water. We lift water from low level to high level, that is we are increasing its hydraulic energy. The hydraulic pumps are run by mainly electrical motors. We give electric power to electric motors, and electric motors convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. This mechanical energy in the form of rotation of the shaft is supplied to the pumps, and pumps take this mechanical energy from the electric motors and convert it into hydraulic energy by lifting the water from low level to high level. We are going to see the working of hydraulic pumps into detail in the next chapter. In this chapter, we are going to see the hydraulic turbines. Hydraulic turbines are the machines which convert hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. Mechanical energy in the form of rotation of the shaft. And this mechanical energy is further utilized to run the electrical generators. And electrical generators convert this mechanical energy into electrical energy, which is called as a hydroelectric energy. And the plant which does this work is known as hydroelectric power plant. The hydraulic energy we take from the water which is stored at high level, high altitude, by constructing a dam in the path of a river. Thus, the water will contain large amount of potential energy by virtue of its position. As the water is stored at high altitude, high level, the water will still consist of potential energy. And when we bring this water at low level than the level of the reservoir, this potential energy will be converted into kinetic energy, pressure energy. And the turbines take this energy of from water and convert it into mechanical energy. We will see the general layout of the hydraulic electric power plant. Figure shows general layout of a hydroelectric power plant. What are the elements of the hydroelectric power plant? First, there is a reservoir or storage of the water, which is done by constructing a dam across a river. By constructing a dam in the path of a river, so that large quantity of water can be stored at high level. Isn't it? The water thus stored in the reservoir is brought to the turbine through a pipe which is called as a penstock. Penstock is a pipe which carries water from the reservoir to the turbine. Then the penstock comes over here. At the end of the penstock, there is a nozzle. A nozzle is fitted at the end of a pipe. Nozzle is nothing but a short piece of pipe which is tapering in diameter. The diameter is reducing towards its end, so that the energy of water is converted into velocity energy, or the large diameter of penstock we get a small diameter of jet of water by attaching a nozzle at the end of the penstock. There is a valve to control the flow of water through this nozzle. This is an impulse turbine which is Pelton wheel. The Pelton wheel consists of a bucket which are fitted on a wheel. The bucket has a shape like this. The shape is called as a semi-ellipsoidal shape, and there is a notch at the end of the bucket. The jet of water strikes on the buckets which are placed along the periphery of the wheel or runner. Due to the impact of this jet, the runner rotates in the anti-clockwise direction, and we get the rotation of this shaft. Thus, the hydraulic energy of the water is converted into mechanical energy. These buckets are many number and fitted on the periphery of this runner. We will see the working of Pelton wheel in detail in the next chapter. But meanwhile, you understand like this. Attached to this shaft of the runner, there is a electric generator. The shaft gives mechanical energy to the generator, and generator converts this mechanical energy into electrical energy. Thus, the power generated is called as a hydroelectric energy, and that is why this plant is called as a hydroelectric power plant. The water, after striking the buckets, fall in this channel which carries this water away from the pump house or powerhouse. You can say powerhouse. The level of the water in this channel is called as the tail-race level, and the level of water in the reservoir top level is called as a head-race. Head-race level or simply head-race. And the difference between this head-race and tail-race is called as a gross head. This is the head available for us, or total head available at the reservoir, isn't it? So this line shows you the total energy line, how the energy of water varies through the penstock as it approaches towards the turbine. It is going on decreasing. This is the head loss due to friction in the penstock. This is going on increasing. If you consider at this point the total energy, this much is the head loss due to friction. This much is the velocity energy or kinetic energy, v1 square upon 2g. This much amount is in the form of pressure energy, isn't it? And this is called as a potential head or data. The net available here is at the turbine for production of power is called as a net head. At the end of this nozzle, the total energy, velocity plus this pressure energy is converted into kinetic energy. 4 energy is converted into the kinetic energy in the form of a high velocity jet of water. And when this jet strikes on this buckets rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise direction, and we get mechanical energy. To avoid splashing of the water everywhere, a casing is provided for this Pelton wheel, isn't it? There is no hydraulic function to perform for this casing. The water after striking the jet is collected here in the channel and carried away from the powerhouse. The level of the water in this channel is called as the tail-race.